very good having the ability to spend time with my grandparents, even though they don't live in Canada.
Somebody wants to be a part of it. Yeah. Hello, you're welcome to Blossom with me and with my family in Lethbridge, Alberta. If, like me, you have your family and friends spread over many nations, how do you get to stay connected to them? Easy, right? It may be easier with adults, but how do you get to keep that connection with your grandchild who's only 3 years old and who maybe you've never met face to face or you only saw them when they were 6 months old? How do you get that grandchild to recognize you when you finally meet face to face again? Easy, right? Recently, I was delighted when our 3-year-old saw me for the first time and she ran off from her parents, left them where they were expecting their luggage in the airport, and ran to me in the waiting room. How sweet was that? And how could that happen? Easy. Let's see how we do it. Here is me with my grandson, Nifemi. Nifemi, want to say anything to my audience?
Hello.
Yeah. And Nifemi has been here before. He says in picture, not in video. And also, he composed
An intro.
an intro for my videos. So he isn't a stranger on this channel, though you'll be hearing him speak for the first time. So Nifemi, you're welcome. It's lovely to have you on my channel.
Thank you.
Yeah. We have a couple of things we want to chat about, right? Okay, maybe we start with our WhatsApp video calls. When did we start our WhatsApp video calls?
I think when I was 10, so in 2021.
Yes, it was in 2021 that we started the video calls. And the last time we saw each other was it 2020?
I think 2019.
Well, we could say 2019 technically, but it was like 1st of January 2020. Yeah. That was the last time we saw, and somehow we've been able to continue our relationship over video calls. So when we met up this week, it was as if we were just continuing from where we stopped last Friday, because every Friday we do catch up. What do we do when we meet on Fridays?
We usually read a book. We're currently reading Faith and Media.
Yeah, Faith and Media. We usually read a book. I read some paragraphs, I read some, Grandpa reads some. And sometimes it's just you and Grandpa, sometimes it's all three of us. We read and we discuss. And what else do we do?
We also sometimes just talk.
Yeah. Catch up on things that are going on in different people's lives. Your school, your friendship, your games. And what else? What else do you normally tell us about?
My piano.
Yeah, we talk about your piano lessons or more your taekwondo.
Yeah, sometimes the new belts I've gotten.
Yeah. And we rejoice over your new belts. And then your holidays. And we also tell you about the things that went on in our week. We pray together. Yeah. We pray for us. We pray for you. We share prayer points about things happening in the family. And yeah, so like you knew when we were working on the loft. Loft? Yeah, he's wondering
The loft.
which you call the
Attic.
attic. Yeah, I remember when we said, oh, we're building our loft. And what's the loft? And we had to think, oh, okay, you're Canadian. Yeah, you know, we speak different Englishes, don't we, sometimes? Ooh, and then, so you get to know everything happening in our house in Newcastle,
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
And we also get to know what goes on here in your house, in Lethbridge and in your school. What do you like about those times?
Being able to spend time with my grandparents since we don't get to see each other every day.
Me too. It's more about those times. Yeah, we enjoy reading the books, but more about being able to spend time with you, getting to know you, getting to see how you grow, and sometimes say, Nifemi, you're growing taller, I can see the height. Yeah, and also how about the books too? Sharing ideas about the books. That's also another very interesting part of it. We've been through quite a number of books. Remember when we were reading that one about Canada? What was the title?
I think it was about people immigrating.
Yeah, into Canada. Long, long ago. Yeah, I can't remember. Do you remember the title of the book?
All I know is that it had multiple short stories.
Yes, multiple short stories.
And then there was the one with a long story, which was a diary of
Yeah.
a Chinese girl
Yes.
who went to Canada with her dad.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember some of the names. It had a lot of names. Yeah. And there was one about Japan, one. I said Japanese.
Yeah, one about Japan.
Yeah, and that was because you would like
wanted to learn Japanese then.
Yeah. And go to Japan someday.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still thinking about that? You still
Yeah.
want to learn Japanese?
Mm-hmm.
But now you're learning something on Duolingo and it's not Japanese. I thought it'd be Japanese you're learning.
I'm learning Spanish.
Why not Japanese then? Since you still want to go to Japan.
I decided to go with a language that my friend wanted me to do, and also wanted to do one with English letters before I move into learning different characters, like relearning the alphabet.
So are you still thinking of learning Japanese sometime?
Yeah, maybe when I finish.
In Spanish?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and are you still thinking of going to Japan?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, what's your interest in Japan?
I don't know. I think it's how they try to be very efficient and modernize the things that they have.
Your brother Simi also has his own time with grandma and grandpa, right?
Yes.
On Sunday afternoons after church. That's also another good opportunity to see the whole family and catch a few words with you, even though Simi will always know that that's his own time. Let's talk about how Simi sees that time.
I feel like it'd be something that Simi would answer.
Oh, but Simi would not be able to, really. But do you have any idea what Simi thinks about that? Like the way he protects that time and he's like, this is my own time, guys.
He tries to be very eye-catching by talking about everything that happened.
Yeah. And then he wants to show, like the last time he was showing his watch, his blue watch, and he wants to let us know all the new things that have happened in his own space too, which is beautiful. But now Simi's gone to the day home. He was just here to briefly show us his face and say, hey, babes, I'm a part of this. And we're able to catch up on video every Friday. And that's your own personal time. Briefly on Sundays, yeah. Briefly on Sundays for you, and that because that's the same time. How does it feel for you having that personal time with us?
Very good. Having the ability to spend time with my grandparents, even though they don't live in Canada.
Do you tell anybody about it? Do your friends know that?
Yes, some of them do.
What do you tell them about?
That my grandparents live in Newcastle, and the way that we stay together is via video call on WhatsApp. I remember that they think it's a good idea.
It's really more than just me and Nifemi. It's about his mom, his dad, Simi, his brother, and of course Grandpa, my husband. We all enjoy time together as a family, though we live so far apart. And having those frequent times together, like scheduled time. So when it is, well, we didn't talk about the time of the day. So when it's 2:30 for you, yeah, on a Friday, and that is 9:30 for us on a Friday, we know it's Nifemi's time, and whatever we're doing during the day, we are looking forward to that time. And that's about when you just return from school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, oh, it's time with Grandma and Grandpa. So it's good to fix such a time, because if it's good to catch up at other times. We do catch up at other times. Maybe you're on a road trip, maybe you're out somewhere and you just feel you want us to be a part of it. You give us a quick call. But it's good to have that time that is set apart for that. Do you think if we don't set apart the time, we'll be able to meet together as regularly as we do?
No, because you'd be in the middle of something, or I'd be in the middle of something, and we all get confused, and it would be hard to know when to call.
Exactly. And also had to be focused. So we don't put any appointments at that time. That's Nifemi's time. And even though we could be sleeping, it's past our bedtime ordinarily, or it's my bedtime, we make sure that we keep that time apart, and I stay fresh most times. Sometimes I go to sleep when I've had a very busy day, but most of the time I make sure I get a nap before that time. Say I get a nap at about 7:30. Do you know that's what I do usually? Yeah. Wait, so many times when you call, or sometimes when you call, we're just turning on our light.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens, because we would go get a nap about 7:30, 8. And then we have our alarm set for 9:25, which is your 2:25 p.m. So when the alarm rings, we get up. So maybe we're still trying to get out of bed when you call. That's why sometimes we're just turning on the lights when you call. But that's just the beauty of setting apart that time. So we're not sleeping, and we're not in some meeting somewhere. That's how we've been rolling. That's how it's been going with us and our grandchildren in Lethbridge. Have that little cute time that's set apart, and some set activity like read a book. Yeah, and Grandpa once tried to play chess, but you didn't go back to it. Both of you needed to go and learn more about that. Yeah, set apart some activity that helps. So for us, it's reading, because we all love reading and we discuss the things we've read. So fixed time, a set activity, and if there are other things you do with your grandchildren, or that you know other people do with children in a relationship across the distance, play games, so on, feel free, share them in the comment section with some other grandchild. We would play hide and seek and other games too, and these are very helpful, especially in these days with families like ours who are far-flung in many nations. Thank you for being with us today, and remember to like, share, subscribe, and drop your comments. What else should they do?
Share?
Okay, share too. Yeah. This guy wants to have a YouTube channel, so he probably will be able to end this better than I can. So what do you want to say there?
Thank you for staying around to the end, and bye.
Yeah, bye.